Okay, so you may have seen something called a center step card or something where there's cuts and you have to score in a certain place and cut in a certain place and all of that. I have never been successful teaching a class like that because I don't know. I always either say the wrong thing or somebody misunderstands or I don't whatever. Anyway, when I found this card, I was ecstatic. It's called a faux center step card. There's no cutting, just scoring. Okay, so let me show you how that works. Okay, so you take your 4 1/4 by 11 and you're going to score 2 down here and 1 up here. Now you're going to think that this is wrong because it's like at 6 1/2. But because these are taking up space, it's correct. So don't freak out. Okay? All right, so this one folds down first. So we've got a mountain and then a valley. Okay? All right, I'm going to grab my bone folder and really give that a super good crease. Okay? Then this one is going to be our card fold. Okay, so it'll fit in an envelope. All right, then you have this piece, and you just fold on that score line. Now, the trick is these score lines do not match up. Okay, one is higher than the other. So I'm going to show you how to do that, right? But first, let's get our designer series paper on the sides here first so that we don't end up struggling to put that where we want it. Okay, so this is actually the reverse of the acorns. Okay, and there's my seal. So we're just going to add some adhesive here. Now, what I like to do is have the same amount of border at the top and the side. The bottom isn't going to matter because nobody's going to see that because it's down inside. Okay, so it's going to be down here. Nobody's going to notice that there's a bigger gap here. Okay, so I like to do same here, top and side, and don't worry about the bottom. Okay, all right. There. Okay. There, like that. Okay, now then you do want to put this piece on before you do your greeting piece across, because then that's going to minimize the difference. You know, you're not going to see that it's a separate piece of paper. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on the very end of the inside of the long one, the long side. Okay, see how one side is longer? So that becomes basically the inside, and it's at the very, very bottom. Now you're going to center that on here. Okay, just as best you can. You don't have to measure or anything. And then you want it flush with the bottom. Okay, that looks pretty good, I think. Like that. Okay, so now we've got that. Now you can put your adhesive over here. Whoops, and I just made a mess. There we go. Not too sticky, I don't think. Okay, and then this is just, so once this is nice and flat, this is just going to fold over and stick to the back. Now, if seeing this seam bothers you, You could put a white piece on the back for more writing space if you want, or, you know, whatever. It doesn't bother me, but anyway. So then this piece is actually going to go up here. This is actually designer series paper that was from the last annual. It was a hostess thing, and it coordinates with the Pretty Flowers embossing folder, so you can actually emboss the designer series paper. All right, so let's grab the Calypso Coral ink and the greeting. You make every season of life even more beautiful. Okay. There we go. How'd I do? Oh, pretty crooked. Try again. Do over. Let's see if I can do a better job this time. Oh, better. Better, better. Okay. There we go. Okay, now for the rest of our stamping. All right, so first we'll get out our petal pink and stamp. I'm pretty sure this is from Lovely and Lasting. Might be from the Artistic Greetings. I'm really not sure. But you do want to make sure that you're stamping point to point instead of flat side, okay? Because this is going on this way. Okay. So there's that. And now we have this little detailed stamp. And it is designed just to add some detail. It's not going to line up perfect with each of the flowers. I don't worry about that. We're just going to give it a little, each flower, a little texture and color, and that's fine. Okay, there we go. Then we are going to add this to our square of Granny Apple Green. Okay, like that. And then this is going to go on with dimensionals. Now, the dimensional at the top and the dimensional at the bottom can go right in the corner. These other ones are going to have to go in farther so that they hit this and not the open side. All right, so let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here's our top. We're going to put one pretty close to that point. Same with the bottom. Pretty close to the point, okay? But if we did that out here, they would stick out here, and then your card wouldn't move. It wouldn't stand up, so that would be bad. So you can decide kind of where you want this, and then place the dimensional on here if you want, like this. And then one more over here, pretty much equidistant, like that. Take those backings off. Take these backings off. So that's one way to do it, or just come in, you know, so that you're in more like here with your dimensionals. And then you just put this on here, and there you go. Okay, so it folds and it will fit in a standard size envelope. Okay. Okay. But you have a really unique kind of card and really pretty easy to create. Okay. All right. Yay.